Hi, everyone, and welcome back to the show. I am your host, Mike Malatesta. On this podcast, I dig in deep with every guest to get to the roots of their success, to discover not just how it happened, but why it matters. My mission is to expose the ideas and clues you need to inspire, activate, and maximize the greatness in you. Hey, everybody, welcome back to the How Did It Happen podcast. And today, glad to have you here for one of my short, special solo Friday episodes. And today, I'm going to talk about this who you hang out with thing. And you may be aware, you probably are, that, people like Jim Rohn, who's a super famous motivational and personal development person who I adored and followed for a long time until he passed away. If you haven't, I think you should check out Jim on YouTube or pick up one of his books. I think your life will be enriched by knowing a little bit about him. But anyway, Jim Rohn is credited with sort of saying that you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. And I've heard other people, people say things like, show me your friends and I'll show you your future. And I've been thinking about this average thing and like how I've been applying that in my own life. And let's just go through it and see what you think. So when I was a kid growing up in Havertown, it's a little town in Pennsylvania near Philadelphia, we were, playing sports and learning to date and drinking beer in the cemetery. And, I was definitely at that time, I was the average of the 5 kids that I hung out with most. So it was like my buddy Tim, my buddy Nuge, my buddy Hen, and a couple of others, right? And we just sort of fed off of one another and we did what each other did, or we did what each other's older siblings did, try to emulate them. But I was definitely the average of them, and I wanted to be part of who they were. And I think the same was probably true for them. And then later, when I first started my career, I wanted to be known as a good hard worker, and I was willing to do what I was asked to do, and even if it wasn't 100% legit, I would do it without thinking about it. And not that I was thinking it was wrong. I was just thinking, but I was being asked to do it and I did it. And, I definitely, during that time, I joined what I call a den of thieves that took shortcuts and exploited what I call gray areas. And you can read more about that in my book, of course, if you haven't picked it up yet, Ownership, How Getting Selfish Got Me Unstuck. But the point is that I was, during that period of time, early in my career, I was definitely the average of the 5 people or the closest people that I was hanging out with, particularly at work and with that mindset. And now, fast forward, after being married, for more than 30 years to my wife, Jamie, and after raising our children to become adults, and after starting and selling 2 businesses, and after investing in a bunch of companies, and after writing a book and doing nearly 300 podcasts, believe it or not, after all those experiences and working with many, many people along the way, I'm no longer sure whether I'm the average of the 5 people I hang out with. At first, I don't really hang out with 5 people regularly. But more importantly, I've worked really hard to get clear about what I want from my life and how to work toward making that happen, while putting myself in the company of those who can help me do that. People who can help me accomplish my goals. And I'm no longer willing to join a club and hope for the best, like I did when I was a kid and like I did, early in my career. And I'm also not hoping that other people will show me who I'm supposed to be anymore. I feel like I've grown past that. I do think it's still important to surround yourself with people with an outlook on life that's similar to mine or to yours. I don't think that'll ever not be important. I just don't want to be the average of anything anymore. I want to be the best of me, not the best of you, and not the best of other people, but the best of me. And I don't, I guess I don't want to be the average of me. I want to be the best of me. So I get the point. I believe in the point. Jim Rohn is certainly correct in that you definitely want to surround yourself with people who are helping you get where you want to get in life while you're helping them get where they want to get in life. So there's a mutual reciprocity there that I think is healthy and very necessary. And maybe it's just the mistake I made. Like, I being the average of the people I was hanging around with as a kid was fine. Did it get me as far as I could get if I wasn't hanging out with those guys? Probably not, but it didn't hurt me either, I suppose. The consequences were a little bit different when I was, early in my career and I was surrounding myself with the wrong people. So I suppose, everything is a lesson and everything is an experience. So I'll take it as that. But I guess I just want to say that, you don't have to be around other people to become the best version of yourself. And I kind of think it's great to be exposed to people, but as soon as I kind of want to be like them, then I start thinking to myself, well, that's emulation. That's not progress. And I want to make progress. So I don't know, makes sense to you? Let me know what you think. And I do thank you for joining me for this episode. I do value your time and I do value making a difference in your life. And I do thank you for making a few minutes to listen to me here and let me know what you think. Until next time, see ya.
Podcast is brought to you by Wincheck Studios. We are an all-in-one educational platform for podcasters that revolutionizes how hosts leverage content to increase engagement with listeners, downloads, and income. We come together to focus on community, collaboration, and collective impact. For more information on how you can interact directly with our hosts, access exclusive live content with offers you can't get anywhere else from our official partners, join our purpose-driven community by visiting www.winject.com. If you're ready to build a career doing what you love, then we're ready to see you there.